Okay, so um I got number two and three wrong, so I'm gonna go through one through six. Okay, so shoot, 1 second.
No problem.
Uh, all right. So the first one, from basically what we read, the answers I chose, the information we need
Hmm.
is as many as 1.5 times 10 to the sixth cicadas, and there's 60 minutes in 1 hour, and the
Hmm.
contractions of the tympal muscle. Um, I got number two wrong. I think I just did the conversions wrong, honestly. Um, like at the end, I don't think y'all can see it, but it's supposed to cancel out at the end, and the answer choice I chose doesn't cancel out. It's supposed to be this one down here.
Mm.
For three, I made a silly mistake and I didn't add an extra zero. And yeah, and and I got so basically because of this, I should have technically gotten the wrong answer, but like I had the right idea. And when you solve the correct answer out, like you multiply all that, you're supposed to get this number. And that's how I
Hmm.
got three. And then this number, but in exponential and scientific notation would just be 5.27 times 10 to the 12th power. So the answer is
Hmm.
12. And then for five, I did I mean 17 times 52 divided by year, which is 884.
Hmm.
And then six, for this, I did uh 73 minus 17, which equals 56, which is years above ground.
Hmm.
And then 6 weeks divided over 17 years, which equals to around 6 over 884,
Hmm.
which is 0.00679 of their life. And to make this proportional, that would be around 0.496 years or 6 months um, for us. And then I got 12 wrong too. Okay. The reason I got 12 wrong is okay. One sec. Okay. So I was wrong because um shoot. Okay. Okay, so I thought that the mistake I made came from me thinking that the adjacent angles like the 80 degrees and 69 were directly formed a straight line with B
Yeah.
and C, but that wasn't wrong because the triangle isn't a line flat, so those don't directly apply. So to find B and C after finding that A is 51, I would have to do I would have to do okay, so basically in my head A plus B plus C equals 180. So and then
Hmm.
we know that A is 51. So it'd be 51 plus B plus C equals 180. That means B plus C is 129. And then we figure out that then we figure out that B is 54 and C is 75. And that checks out because the total is 180.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have two questions for the first question that you talked about.
Okay.
So why did you get the number of clicking sounds wrong?
Okay, so I got the number of clicking sounds wrong because I actually didn't like break down the units fully or multiply the parts correctly. Like I think I honestly skipped a step or like yeah.
Okay, and that
Yeah.
like
I
how
just
can you
added
avoid
and
it
I just
next
missed out on
time?
the zero. Sorry, what'd you say?
I said how can you like avoid that from next time?
I'll make sure to count properly and carefully line up all the units like the cicadas, clicks, and minutes, and double check my math.
Yeah, fair. And then for the second problem that you talked about with the angles, why did you assume B and C could be found from nearby angles and like what went wrong?
Okay, so I thought the nearby angles form straight lines with B and C, but they didn't. So that led me to subtract from the wrong angles and get incorrect answers.
Okay, so how can you fix that like in the future?
Okay, so I'll make sure the angles really form straight lines we're subtracting. If one angle is known, I use the triangle sum formula, which is A plus B plus C equals 180 instead. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just won't assume next time.
All right, great. Thanks.
Yep. Uh, where am I?
Good job.
Thank you, thank you.